Hello, it's Tilliam here, and we're currently exploring the Drake Caterpillar in the Star Citizen 2.6 PTU build. So this is a pre-final release of version 2.6 of Star Citizen, and this is the Drake Caterpillar, which is a large cargo hauler, which is also used for transporting ships and for piracy as a sort of mobile pirate base. So this ship is very large. It's a couple of 100 meters long. And as you can see from these shots here, it's quite menacing looking and quite utilitarian in its shape. It's an asymmetrical ship, so you've got the cockpit on the left hand side and you've got a wing on the right hand side, which is where you've got your tractor beam controls, and it's there to kind of balance out the weight of the large cockpit with its own engines on the left. And at the rear you've got these four very large powerful engines to help get this hulk of a ship moving across the universe. Now I'm going to quickly just move into my character here and get out of the pilot's seat, and we'll take a quick walk around the ship. So the view from the main cockpit is pretty spectacular. There are a few struts here, but you don't really notice them too much when flying. The biggest deal with flying this ship versus most of the other Star Citizen ships is that because the cockpit is on the left hand side, you have very, very poor visibility of what's to your right. So if you're going to attack something like a caterpillar, you would do so from the right hand side so that the pilot can't really see what's going on. In addition to the two seats at the front, we have two utility seats near the back. These don't have any functionality yet, however they may be able to do things like control power, balance and shields and things like that. Before I move into the rest of the ship, I'm going to quickly go down this ladder here and explore the living quarters downstairs. So we've got beds for four, viewing console here with another view out the window beneath the main cockpit, so I'm beneath the pilot's seat right now, and we've got a small eating area as well. That's pretty much it for downstairs though, there's not much else down here. So if we go back upstairs, we can go and explore the main part of the ship. So right at the back we have the main engine room. So I think that's a computer core. If we go down here, we'll find the main engines. So if your ship gets damaged in a battle, now this functionality isn't in yet, but the idea is that if the ship gets damaged in a fight and your engines are say damaged, then someone will be able to run down here and try and do kind of emergency repairs on the fly without needing to go and land somewhere. At the rear we've got one of the two turrets on the Caterpillar. This is an underbelly turret which is directly underneath the engine room and can guard underneath the vessel and anyone approaching from that direction. The other turret is right at the front, above the main entrance, and that is used primarily to defend from frontal attacks and attacks from above. Now I suspect there will be a blind spot where the main wing is. There we go. So this is the main wing on the other side of the cockpit. I suspect there would be a blind spot if you attacked from this direction. If you stay low enough near maybe the rear right engine, then you'd be out of range of both the front and rear turrets, and the pilot wouldn't be able to see you there as well. However, if you do have someone in this part of the ship, they'd be able to call out that there's someone there. Of course you have radar and other things to be able to see what's going on and to know that there would be someone there attacking you. Now the default loadout on this Caterpillar is purely cargo, so there are four main sections to the Caterpillar that can be changed to other uses. These are purely cargo at the moment, so they're large open spaces where you've got doors on either side that you can open, and then you can look out and load or unload cargo from that level. Let's just close those levels up. First of the four sections. This is number 2, exactly the same. Number 3, and finally section 4. So You should be able to land smaller ships in here, such as the Drake Dragonfly, which is a small motorbike-sized vehicle that you can use for space travel and ground travel as well. And then right at the front we have the front loading bay, which you can also open out. Now these sections that open can also lower to the ground, so they'll be very useful for when you're loading or unloading cargo from the ship. But they can also open in space, so if you're liberating some cargo from a fellow trader, then you'll be able to do so very easily. And then we've got access to the other top turret here. It's quite a large ship, but unlike the Maze, which is the Starfarer, when you get into the main corridor section, it's pretty easy to find your way around. So let's return to the command module. There are some collision issues still when walking around. Come on. There we go. So if we go for a quick look around the ship, you can see that the command module has its own engines, so that it can detach if it wants to and be its own ship to either escape, or if you want to, you can detach from the ship as a scout or something like that and fly around as well, and then you can redock and resume control of the ship when you want to. If we quickly fire up our engines to full speed. She's not the most manoeuvrable ship in the verse, but she's primarily here to be a cargo hauler or kind of pirate base as opposed to a dogfighter.